Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for Badger's picks for the last week of June. Let's see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, we will be seeing Ashe, ChoGath, Jax, Jinx, Karthus, Mordekaiser, Zichuan, Tryndamere, Vi, and Vladimir. And as for my first recommendation, I'm going to throw it over to my favorite champion, which is Mordekaiser. The nice things about Mordekaiser, actually, lately, are the changes he's seen, which biggest one gonna be going over to his shield, which will now speed up allies when you run towards them or they run towards you, which makes it easier for people to gank his lane, which is kind of nice. Also, the defense they get will also be good, and the shield going to both of them, also good. And the other thing I like about Mordekaiser lately is a little item I like to call Luden's Echo. It has helped him out quite a bit, just in general, for the whole AP Mordekaiser thing, and I couldn't be happier with the slight changes that we saw. It just makes him funner to play, and for those reasons, you should be playing him. Try out Mordekaiser. The next champion I'm going to recommend for this week is going to be Zichuan. Now, she has seen some nerfs, but that was mostly to get rid of some unnecessary damage that she had. It was a little too overpowered having the amount of health she had while just solo killing an ADC, because it was just a little bit too broken. Since then, you know, we've seen the tweaks, but the nice thing about Zichuan is she's still one of the best Cinderhulk jungle tanks. She still tanks up incredibly well while still bringing decent damage to a fight. So if you really want like a really beefy jungler that scales really well in the late game, Zichuan is where it's at. The next champion I'm going to recommend for this week is going to be Vi. People have complained about Vi on and off for a long time. She saw a few tweaks, but nothing major. She's still like right in the middle of the pack when it comes to like build decision-wise. Like, you can build her full damage and be effective. You can build her full tank and be effective. She like can honestly do either playstyle, but she still remains really high at the top when it comes to actually engagements for ganking. So I really like, there's no way I'll never probably recommend Vi. She's so incredibly strong and pivotal in a fight for soloing out people. So if you're looking for someone who can dive the backline and do a lot of damage too, you might want to try out Vi. And as for my final recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to ChoGath. Now, we saw ChoGath rise in popularity at the beginning of the season for a few different reasons, not going to get into all of them. But one of my favorite things about ChoGath, and the reason why I think playing him is important, is his silence within his kit. As you put points into it, not only does it obviously deal more damage, but the duration of the silence is increased. Also, a true damage ultimate is pretty nice, but I think ChoGath does a really good job at dealing with other champions people think are too slippery or too annoying to deal with. Just for example, Echo. ChoGath can just straight up silence him, and so he can't ult out of situations that he's gotten himself into. Like, Echo can't try crazy stupid stuff against ChoGath, they'll just eat him too. So just the silence is really strong in his kit, also being able to silence a whole enemy team for over 2 seconds. Like, talk about game changing for a big team fight. ChoGath's very strong if you can play him well. Definitely try him out this week. Those are the champions that are free. Those are the 4 I'm going to recommend. Let me know down below in the comments what 4 champions you might be playing this week. I always like to know what you guys like to play. If there's a box around any of these champions' portraits, that means you can click on it. It will take you to a building guide of some sort for the champion, whether it's a quick build or a full build. And yes, make sure you check out the other full builds I've been making. I have changed them slightly. Let me know what you guys think about those. There will be another new one this week for Echo, so be ready for that. And yes, other than that, good luck out there this week on the fields of justice.